girlfriend wanted a son, but when we find out that it was a baby girl, she changed completely. Now she competes with our own daughter for attention. I don't know what to do. Me and my girlfriend, we will call her Jane, we started dating about 2 years ago. She is 25 and I am 28. She was incredibly charming and beautiful, and we get along really well. I work a lot and love doing so. She completely understood and was fine with dealing with my long hours. Well, not too long after we started dating, she got pregnant, a shock, but I really cared about Jane, so I wasn't too devastated. She really was dead set on it being a boy. I didn't really care, but the thought of a son made me happy. We found out it was a girl, and I was still excited, her not so much. I could sense her mood change about the baby and pregnancy. I talked to my sister, and she told me gender disappointment is a thing, so I didn't think anything else of it. Now my daughter is 6 months old, and I see the jealousy more and more each day. For example, like I said, I work a lot, and I feel like I don't get to see my daughter's milestones and her growing up. So I asked Jane to send pictures, and Jane will get upset, asking why I don't ask for pictures of her. Or one time I was home, and my daughter had fallen asleep on the couch for a nap, and Jane started to try and feel me up, but I asked her to stop because the baby was right there, and I wasn't comfortable, and then Jane said, "Always about the baby," and stormed off. Yesterday, I commented how smart our baby was, and Jane rolled her eyes and said, "I really don't see it." Or if anyone makes a comment about how beautiful my daughter is, Jane will say, "Well, I am beautiful, so that's why." I don't know what to do. I try to balance everything, work, my relationship, being a dad, but I feel like I'm failing. Jane is a stay-at-home mom, and I don't mind because I make plenty financially, but my sister made the comment the other day that when she went and visited, Jane didn't really interact with our daughter and was on her phone most of the day. I Googled and saw postpartum depression is a thing, so I asked Jane if maybe she wanted to go talk to someone, and she got even more upset at me. I was thinking of proposing on our anniversary, but now I'm worried. I don't want her competing with my daughter the rest of my life. Any advice? I really don't know what to do anymore. Is it something I am doing wrong? Best comments. It does sound like she has depression. You need to sit her down and talk to her and ask to tell you truthfully how she feels about everything, your relationship, your work, the baby, the fact that she is now at home a lot on her own, what she wants to do with her life other than look after the baby, etc. She's clearly not happy. She may feel she is missing out. If she won't go to counseling, then get her to talk to you. Be prepared for her to say that she needs more of you, wants a part-time job, doesn't like being alone, finds babies boring, etc. You may need to make changes to your work if she is not happy. I will definitely try again, but so far talking hasn't done anything but got her more upset. Maybe it's how I'm saying it, so I'll try something different next time. I will support her working if that's what she wants. Even if she wants to send her daughter to daycare just to get some time alone, I'll be on board with. I'm more worried about the effect this will have on my daughter if it continues. Update number 1. I appreciate all of the advice so far. It helps a lot. I asked my sister to watch the baby while me and Jane go out for dinner and a date night tomorrow, and I'm going to use some of the tips I read to talk to her and see exactly how she's feeling about things. I also see areas where I'm lacking when it comes to Jane as a person and as my girlfriend, so I'm going to try to use those as well. Update number 2, 6 days later. I took Jane on a date, and at first it was going well, but then she hit me with the thing I never thought I'd hear. She wants to leave. Not just me, but also our daughter. She said she's not cut out to be a mom and that she's overwhelmed and just doesn't feel love to our daughter like she should. She said she wishes we could go back in time and do it over, and that she loved me, but she knows I would never choose her over our daughter. Her and her stuff was gone the next morning. My mom flew in to help me adjust, and I have a family lawyer who's been in contact with the both of us. We only speak through him, and according to the phone call this morning, Jane wants to terminate her parenting rights. I'm just in shock. Mostly I feel bad for my daughter. I never want her to blame herself for this or feel as though she's unlovable or less than. Personally, I've had a roller coaster of emotions, hurt, sadness, anger. Never thought I'd be a single dad, but life happens in funny ways, I guess. Like I said in the previous post, I work a lot. So I've been looking into maybe a career change, or my boss mentioned a job opening in another country that seems to have a better work-life balance. To be honest, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do, taking it day by day. Thanks to everyone's advice, I am absolutely sure that this was my fault, at least a little. I keep replaying everything in my head as to what I missed or what I maybe romanticized in my head. Anyway, thanks again. Best comments. It is not your fault. You might have done things differently, and maybe she'd be more willing to stay for you. But she left her daughter, and you played no role in that. It was 100% her decision to abandon motherhood, and no matter what you could have done, she would have had that desire deep down. I'm so sorry this happened, but do not blame yourself whatsoever. You need to be talking to a lawyer now regarding things like child support and custody. She doesn't have to be involved in your daughter's life, but she does owe your daughter financial support as her parent. We have a lawyer, and he told me this morning she wants to terminate her parental rights. I'm going to allow her to do that. I don't need any money from her, and I'd rather her not be anywhere in my daughter's life if she doesn't want to be. Accept this and let her leave. When she returns in a few years, and she will, you'll have the power to decide whether she can see your daughter or not. This way, you'll be able to protect your daughter from her in the future if you need. I have a friend who went through something similar. His wife left when their son was 4 and came back when he was 9. My friend had full parental rights, which allowed him to protect the boy. The funny thing is, the boy never wanted to see his mother. My friend believes he must have heard stories from relatives or friends and figured out what really happened and why she left. She didn't want to be a mother and want to experience life freely.